Ed, could you give us, before we make the motions, could you give us a brief summary of the PBA contract?
Yeah, it is with great pleasure, obviously, tonight, I'm going to present this to you to sign, so that we can vote on allow me to do so. Contract represents great compromise between both parties involved in the contract, between financial issues and management rights and flexibility and scheduling, cost savings parameters that are in the contract. By way of an example, health insurance buyout clause, which I believe a lot of people will take us up on, will save the village quite a significant amount of money every year. Couple people I also want to thank for their assistance in getting this done. It's been a long, hard road for several months now, negotiations. First of all, Chief, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for all your assistance. On the PBA side, I want to thank Officers Vuksanovich and Smolty, who were involved in the early stages of the negotiation, and then Officers Ryan and Detective Conklin, who picked up the ball from there and ran with it. Their PBA membership should be proud of them for the hard work they did. I see Officer Feo here. You guys should be very proud of Ryan and Detective Conklin for the hard work they put in for you guys as well. I don't know, you've all, I think, read it or had a chance to review it. I think it represents a very fair contract for the village. Fits within the budget parameters that we had set. And it's a 5-year deal, which is, I think, never been done before, which is good. So it's going to give us some labor peace for quite some time now.
Yes. You know, we're going with the CSCA for 5 years. So that 5-year contract is, you know, it's good for both sides. It gives some continuity to labor, but it also saves us money because you don't have to negotiate every 2 years, you know, which is, people don't realize what a cost factor that is. So congratulations to everybody involved in that. That is a good job. And I've been involved in a lot of labor negotiations. Some weren't as calm and where everybody conducted themselves as gentlemen. I was very pleased to see that. You know, kudos to the PBA. They did a wonderful job. Everything was discussed, and everybody behaved like gentlemen. It was nice to see that. Okay.
I'll move the resolution.
Yes, if you could, and we need a second. Trustee Shaw moved the file, which is seconded by Trustee.
I'll second.
Roddy, the mayor is hereby authorized on behalf of the village board to sign and fund the agreement between the village of Goshen and the village Goshen Benevolent Association Incorporated, dated June 1st, 2007 to May 31st, 2012.
I just wanted to add one thing.
Sure.
Ed, I wanted to commend you for all the hard work that you did.
Thank you.
And I want to echo everybody's remarks, the chief and all the officers involved with the PBA. I think it was just tremendous. There was a lot of hard work that went in on all sides. Everybody behaved like professionals. It was just really, really great to see how it all went down. It was done in a real, professional manner. And I know in years past when I've been on this board, at times there have been some acrimonious situations that have gone on in the past that the chief can attest to. And this one was not like that. I know it was a lot of hard work, but the way it all worked out was really outstanding. I think everybody should be commended.
Absolutely. I echo what you say 100%. You guys did a fantastic job. Shows when, the village can do great things for people that work so hard for, and it's just a great deal. So, and the men of the PBA should be commended for all their hard work, and Chief Bond, Trustee Jar as well.
All right. We'll call the motion. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Oh, we need a...
Trustee Char?
Aye.
Trustee Roddy?
Aye.
Trustee Stewart?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much. We need to set a public hearing to consider the adoption of proposed local law number 2 of 2009. The proposed local law is designated a free 15-minute parking space in front of 183 Main Street. The public hearing will be held December 14th, 2009 at 7:30 p.m. or soon after, as may be heard, at Village Hall, 276 Main Street, Goshen, New York. Okay, I'll need somebody to make that resolution.
I'll make the resolution.
And I'll need a second.
Second.
Okay, this is just to set the public hearing for that date on at which time the public would take input on the 15-minute parking space on West Main Street. Any questions, comments, concerns? Okay, we'll need a roll call vote. make?
Trustee Char?
Aye.
Trustee Roddy?
Aye.
Trustee Stewart?
Aye.
Okay. We need a motion to send Josh Bell, Manuel Otella, Brian Richards, authorized to attend the New York Rural Water Association Laboratory Seminar in Newburgh on February 3rd, 2010. It is understood that the total cost for the training is $105. The attendees will receive the mandated 5 hours of laboratory training required by the New York State Department of Health for the operation recertification. Can I get a motion on that?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? This is just so they keep their certification. Call the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, this is what we talked about before. Authorizations is hereby given for the creation of a part-time code enforcement officer position with the County of Orange Department of Personnel at a salary of $16.30 per hour. We had this position in the past, and at the time it was decided to do away with. Now it appears there's a need again, you know, with our friends out at the CBS parking lot, with other stuff. Our Ted is just overworked, so we're looking to establish this part-time position as we had in the past to give Ted a hand, and I'm sure they will bring in enough to more than cover their position. I'll need somebody to make this motion, and I need a second.
Make the motion.
Second? I need a second?
Second.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Any discussion? Okay, we'll call the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll post that position. Okay, trustee comments. Kyle?
This weekend was the Rex Turkey Trot at Craigville Park, and everyone involved did a fantastic job. The turnout was excellent this year. It grew from last year. Everyone had a great time. I want to thank the village police for all their help, and members of Joint Rec for all the time they put in. Outside of that, the Chamber of Commerce will be holding its annual holiday festival lighting of the fountain outside Church Park, first weekend in December. That's going to be taking place just 15 minutes, just the lighting of the fountain, and afterwards the Chamber is encouraging all participants to go and support local businesses, to go to the restaurants, to go to our retail stores. You know, that's the 5th of December. So that's all I got.
Thanks a lot. Ed?
Last week there was a meeting of the Joint Village and Town Disaster, the command staff for the Joint Village and Town Disaster Plan held its annual meeting here at Village Hall. Representatives from the Village and Town were here, Village and Town Police, GOVAC, fire departments, village DPW, building inspectors. The whole point of the meeting was to update any emergency contingency plans between the various bodies of people that were there. They made several updates to their plans for 2010. Since November 9th, been 10 arrests, 61 uniform traffic tickets, and 71 parking summons issued, and 14 motor vehicle accidents investigated. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mal?
Activity of the DPW from November 10 to November 23, 2009. Everybody should be aware that yard waste collection is over for the year. We'll resume in the spring. The sweeper will be out, weather permitting. Crews are still continuing to collect leaves, and again, everybody's reminded, please don't put rocks and things like that in there, or large limbs or anything, and please take the leaves to the curb and not into the street. And the parking meters have been emptied, and of course we have our usual annual resolution, which will allow free parking in the downtown area from November 30 to January 4th of 2010. That's it. Thank you.
Trustee Marcia Matthews couldn't make it this evening. She asked me to just briefly report on water. They have found an agent that will help clean up the water at the well, and what was it called again?
Well, I don't know the name of the chemical, but the sequestering agent.
Sequestering agent, that was it.
Is what it is. And they've actually found a couple that were, to one degree or another, successful in removing the manganese. So I think they're going to move forward with the